Ready to strengthen your reading comprehension? Take a listen.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into what can sometimes feel like the absolute wilderness of the legal system. You know, if you've ever looked at a massive legal filing and thought, how on earth do lawyers know exactly what to write and where to put it? Well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to uncover your ultimate legal survival guide today, specifically the procedural map and a totally foundational concept called stare decisive. But before we get totally lost in the weeds here, I want you to ask yourself something. What happens if a judge just changes their mind every Tuesday? Literally, imagine walking into a courtroom completely blind, without a map, where the rules are just made up on the fly based on, I don't know, what the judge had for breakfast, right? It would be total chaos. You wouldn't know how to prepare, you wouldn't know what to argue, and frankly, you'd lose. So to prevent exactly that kind of chaos, the legal system relies on a really vital compass, and that compass is a doctrine known as stare decisis. Basically, it's the fundamental obligation of courts to follow established precedent. It is absolutely the anchor of the law. It gives us that predictability that attorneys desperately need to build their cases, prep properly, and draft documents that actually stand a chance of winning. Okay, so our map for today's explainer is built on 5 interconnected pillars. 1. The procedural map. 2. Stability through stare decisis. 3. Efficiency and fair play. 4. Timing and procedural rules. And finally, 5. Integrity of the court. Let's get into it. Starting with Section 1, the procedural map. Let's take a look at exactly why attorneys desperately need this tool to navigate the legal system. Because here is a brutal truth in the legal profession. Preparation and drafting require a well-comprehended and well-timed procedural map. Listen, you could have a truly brilliant substantive argument, like the most bulletproof logic in the world, but it means absolutely nothing if you fail to navigate the procedural landscape correctly. The procedural map isn't just about what to say, it tells you how and when to say it to the court so they actually listen to you. Moving right along to Section 2, stability through stare decisis, we're going to look at how this builds real stability into daily legal analysis. The absolute crucial point here is that stare decisis promotes the even-handed, predictable, and consistent development of legal principles. Think about why this matters to, well, anyone hiring a lawyer. This powerful concept is what ensures attorneys can confidently ground their document drafting in settled law. They can advise their clients on likely outcomes and actually plan a winning strategy, all without having to guess the judge's current mood. It takes the law from being this high-stakes guessing game and turns it into a much more predictable science. And this principle is just universally widespread. We see it in cases like Malarkey v. State out of Maryland in 2009. We see it in State v. Kirkbride from Montana in 2008. We even see it setting precedent in New York with Flanders v. Goodfellow stretching all the way into 2025. From the East Coast to the West, state by state, year by year, this stabilizing framework of stare decisis is the absolute bedrock across different jurisdictions. It's the universal language of American courts that keeps the whole shebang grounded. Which brings us to Section 3, efficiency and fair play. Navigating the legal terrain requires both, which means, thankfully, we don't have to clear the exact same legal path twice. By relying on precedents, attorneys completely eliminate the need to relitigate settled issues, and that directly saves an immense amount of judicial resources. We see this highlighted in our sources by cases like State v. Peeler and State v. Artis out of Connecticut. By leaning on those prior decisions, lawyers can drastically streamline their drafting. But, beyond just saving time, the real magic here is fairness. Stare decisis guarantees that like cases are treated alike. When lawyers draft documents that clearly align with established precedents, it instantly supercharges the credibility and persuasiveness of their submissions. They aren't just asking the court for a favor, right? They're demanding equal treatment under the rule of law. Now, we definitely have to talk about how rules and rights interact. There's this critical balance between substantive rights and procedural rules. Under Title 28 of the United States Code, Section 2072, there is a very strict mandate. Procedural rules prescribed by the courts cannot abridge, enlarge, or modify any substantive right. Think of it like this. Your substantive rights are what you are legally entitled to. Procedural rules are simply the mechanical steps you take to get them. They have to work together perfectly. You absolutely cannot use a procedural trick to strip away someone's fundamental rights. All right, Section 4, timing and procedural rules. As we're about to see, you can have the best map and the perfect compass, but if you ignore the ticking clock, you're still going to fail. The fundamental workflow for survival in this legal wilderness really comes down to 3 basic steps. Step 1, draft with strategic precedent in mind. Step 2, check your specific rules. Under 28 U.S.C.S. Section 2071, courts are actually mandated to prescribe rules for the conduct of their business, and it is the lawyer's job to know them inside and out. And step 3, file before those statutory deadlines. Attorneys must follow these precise steps every single time. It's the only way to ensure their filings aren't just legally brilliant, but procedurally sound and perfectly timed.
So what happens if you skip those steps? Well, let me introduce you to the dreaded procedural pitfall. Failing to meet deadlines for filing responses or motions is just a fatal error. The 1979 Texas case of Rhodes v. Austin that we pulled from our sources serves as a really stark cautionary tale here. Honestly, no matter how right you are, no matter how much precedent is totally on your side, if you stumble into procedural pitfalls and miss your deadlines, you're going to get hit with adverse rulings or procedural dismissals. It is quite literally game over before you even get to make your argument.
And finally, Section 5, Integrity of the Court. Let's explore our ultimate destination for this explainer, the perceived and actual integrity of the judicial process. Because, everything we've discussed today, the rules, the timing, the precedent, it all builds to one critical reality. The legal system only functions because we collectively believe in it. When courts make decisions based on established, consistent principles, rather than just the personal preferences or biases of a specific judge, it fosters public confidence. It reinforces the real legitimacy of judicial outcomes. We see this actively upheld in cases like Georgia State v. Hudson from 2013. When attorneys draft documents that actually honor stare decisis, they aren't just trying to win a case for a client. They're actively participating in maintaining the integrity of the entire judicial system. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a somewhat provocative question to ponder. Without the anchor of precedent, is there really a law at all? Think about it. If the rules change completely every time a new judge takes the bench, can we honestly say justice exists? I really hope this breakdown showed you that the structural side of things, the procedural maps, the filing deadlines, the deep dives into old case law, is actually the vital beating heart of a fair society. Keep questioning the systems around you, and hey, thanks for learning with me today.
What the fuck? Time I take his spot.